A kind of a weird day. Look at this hat. That's crazy. I'm gonna put this hat on for my life. Fucking crazy. Um, First, I have not. I haven't been to. I haven't been to the gym yet. I haven't been in the pool yet. It's raining, but I wanted to come on and talk about why Bitcoin is at 100K, so that you guys can actually benefit and hopefully get rich in this market cycle. I've been talking about Bitcoin in the last couple of weeks when it hit 76 and 77K. It didn't go down to 72 like some people predicted, but it did go down to 75, 74, which was close. And I was saying buy at around 80 when I saw that the bounce would have been quick. And now it's back up to 100. And here's why that's happening. I want to get right into this. Why is Bitcoin above 100K? By the way, please subscribe because I will always come on and go live. I go live every day. And so then if you're watching this now, please subscribe so that we can actually have a relationship going. I'm trying to develop this YouTube channel where we've grown 1,000 plus subscribers in the last month alone. So don't let me down. Okay. All right, cool. So why is Bitcoin above 100K right now? The reason why it's above 100K is that Trump is announcing trade deals that he has had with several countries. Now, I don't know that Trump is actually going to sign a China deal today, but they're having a meeting today. So Bitcoin started pumping in anticipation of that trade deal with China. No, we don't know what's going to come off that trade deal. We assume that there's going to be, of course, a cease to tariffs, which if he announces that there's a cease to tariffs, you can imagine that was why Bitcoin dropped in the first place. Everything is going to shoot back up. The stock market is going to shoot back up. Everything is going to shoot back up. Tariffs will be over. The economy is going to be on fire. First thing. Second reason why Bitcoin was actually pushed above 100K is because this morning the Trump administration announced that England, the UK, and the US reached a trade deal this morning together. So then that's the first. So the first, that's the second. The first is that it's pumping on the news that a trade deal could be reached with China, which is obviously a much bigger deal than the UK. But then also, the UK was announced this morning. So on that news, the S&P 500 jumped, the Dow Jones jumped, Bitcoin jumped. Bitcoin was at maybe 96, 95. It jumped to 999, jumped to 101K, right? So then on that news alone, on England and USA reaching a trade deal alone, Bitcoin pumped. Now, what does that mean for you? I don't know if China and the US are going to reach a trade deal today. But once they announce that tariffs are over, everything will pump. Now, will they announce that tariffs are over? There's above 90% chance that's why they're meeting. They don't want tariffs. Neither China nor the US want tariffs. We understand this. By the way, comment if you like my hat. Do you like my hat? Do you like my hat? I want to actually find out. I'm going to put that as my Q&A. Do you like my hat? Fantastic. Okay, great. So, as I'm saying, right? Uh, the only reason why China and the US is meeting is because neither of them want tariffs. Nobody wants tariffs because the Chinese economy wants to grow. The European economy as a whole is in shambles. It hasn't grown that much in the last 50 years. India is growing past it. Japan is growing past it. So then we're looking at these economies being like, they don't want to be at war right now. And the US also does not want to be at war, which is why they're meeting. And Trump knows this. So then everybody is coming to the meeting. They're coming to the meeting table to find out how we can end this trade war going on with the entire world. There's above 90% chance that they will announce that tariffs are done, which is what happened with England. That's why Bitcoin pumped above 100K today. Once that happens, and they announce, they come up to everybody, hey, we came from behind closed doors. It was 4 hours, 5, 6, 7, 12 hours of talking. And we came to the conclusion, China and the US, we are no longer going to put tariffs on. The 100% tariff is no more. We're going to go back down to regular. free trade or whatever they're going to come up with. This will be free, no tariffs on this, 10% tariffs on that. And we have this deal that will last for the next 50 years, 100 years. Tariffs are done. The stock market on that same day is going to go up 10%. Same day. Bitcoin is going to shoot up by more than 10% because that's the only reason the market is down right now because of the trade wars. So then, as you've seen, England is the first. England is the first. And what happened was that they announced the trade war is done between England and the US. We're finished. The market started pumping. The same thing is going to happen with China, but to a more massive degree. We're already back at 100K for Bitcoin. I wanted to rewind. When Bitcoin hit 100K for the first time, this was big news. Recognize that Bitcoin hit 100K this morning and nobody is talking about it. Think about how incredible that is. Think about how incredible that is. Nobody's talking about Bitcoin right now, and it's at 100K again. This is monumental. So then, when I'm telling you that once they announce this, everybody's going to go crazy. The market is going to go crazy, and everything will pump. Which means, what does that mean for you? And how are you going to get rich from this? One, you can actually buy margin on Bitcoin going up. You can buy 5x, 2x, 10x margins on Bitcoin going up because you will make profit. And a lot of people doing this right now because it's very obvious once these are announced, it's going to go up. Okay? Thank you. Who said that? That's good. Nice hat. Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you for your compliment. I think this is going to be a part of my style from now on. Having this hat on. I like it. I like it a lot. Does anybody else like my hat? Because I'm stealing this hat. I'm going to start making this a part of my style. I'm a jokester. I'm very cool. But I come on, I talk about crypto and Bitcoin and business because I want to give valuable information. Let me see. Let me see. I like being funny. I like being cool, but then also we can come on and we can actually learn something and we can be inspired, right? I think that's the idea. But that doesn't mean that we can't be fly too. Look at that. The color is matching. You see what I'm saying? That we lit. This is fashion. This is style. So what was I saying, right? Understanding that if you buy Bitcoin right now, once they announce a China trade deal, it's going to go up because that's the only reason it's down right now. The stock market is going to go up, Bitcoin is going to go up, Ethereum is already above 2K, which I said on my Facebook that once Ethereum goes around 2K, then the bull run has restarted. It just happened. It just happened this morning. So again, all of these things are lining up. Which what does that mean for you? Is it too late to buy Bitcoin? No, now is the perfect time. Is it too late to buy Ethereum? No, it's the perfect time. Is it too late to look into altcoins? No, it's the perfect time right now. Because if they announce it today, it's going to skyrocket today. If they announce it on Sunday, on Monday, it's going to skyrocket. Once they announce that the tariff and the trade war is over, everything is going to skyrocket. And it will be next level how much money is going to be made. If you have $1,000, it's going to turn into 1,500, right? That essentially what's going to happen in the market. Now, I'm not making promises. I'm not your financial advisor. Let me just say that very clearly. However, I'm telling you what I'm doing. I have bought a lot of crypto in the past couple of weeks. So you do with that information what you will. I'm financially free. I make a lot of money. I'm in real estate. I'm in crypto. I'm in stocks. I have a couple of businesses, and I'm telling you that I'm buying. I studied it. My degree was in economics. This is what I do every day. If I'm telling you I'm buying, you can take from that what you will. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'm telling you I'm buying. You hear me? I remember on April 7th, which would have been a month and 2 days ago, right? April 7th, the market had crashed to the lowest of low, the S&P 500, which was at a high of 6,300 or 6,400 even, the market had crashed down to 5,000. Someone called me. They said, yo, I just lost $140,000. $140,000. And you know what my response to them was? Buy some more. Buy some more. It's down right now. We buy low and sell high. When the market hit 6,400, I said you should be selling because the market is too hot. Warren Buffett was selling. Now he has billions, hundreds of billions of dollars. When the market is high, that's when you sell. When the market hit the lows at April 7th, what are most people doing? They're panicking. They're worrying about their retirement. Damn, I should have sold 2 months ago. That's not when you sell. Not when the market is at lows. That's when you buy more. So at April 7th, if you had bought, the market had been down to $5,040 or 5,020 something dollars, 5,020 something points. That's the S&P 500. If you had bought, it is now at 5,700 points above that, which means that it has gone up 10% in 1 month. You missed one of the best months, the best 28-day period of all time because you didn't buy. Usually it takes an entire year to do 10%. We got that in 1 month. Imagine that. You missed it because you didn't buy on April 7th. That's my point. You buy when it's low. You got a free 10% gain. Free. And Trump even said it. Now is a good time to buy. He said it on Truth Social. Now is a great time to buy. As I said, I'm coming on to talk about money today. I'm not talking about dating. I'm not talking about traveling. I'm talking about money. 'Cause I want to make this very clear where I stand. You know what I'm saying? Let's not be fooled. We are out here to make money because money runs the world. You can't do anything. It's money, fame, and power. That's it. That's what makes things happen in this world. If you don't have money, if you don't have power, and if you don't have fame, you can't really move anything in this world. Fame might give you some money. Fame could give you a little bit of power, but money can give you power. And with money and power alone, you can move a lot of stuff, especially if you can operate without fame. That's the most powerful people in the world with money and power, but no fame. Famous people, they tend to have less power, but it's money, power, and fame. So then we have to talk about those three things because those are the three factors that are controlling so much of your life, whether you want to play the game or not. Whether you want to play the game or not. That's why nobody can tell me anything what to do because I got money. I don't need your suggestions. I don't need your advice. Right? Nobody has power over me because if I don't like you, I'll leave the country. It's fine. We good. I go stay over here for 6 months. The only people that have jurisdiction over me would be a country because a country can say, all right, we're going to shut your bank account down or we're not going to allow you to leave or we're going to lock you up for something. That's the only people that have jurisdiction over me. But no man, no regular 9 to 5 person can come to me and say, man, you shouldn't sit here or, there's lots of rules around here. You got to get off my face with that. You can't talk to me like that. Certain level of respect when it comes to me because I don't got to be here. You know what I mean? Let me show y'all what it's like right now. It's raining. By the way, do you like my hats? You see people over here, people over there, people over there. It's a lot of rain, man. A lot of rain, a lot of rain. But you got to understand that's what people are going through. People are wondering how they're going to make money. The economy is not what it was in 2019. Economy is not what it was. I mean, I'll tell you, I'll be the first to tell you that I don't feel it. 2024 was a rough year. And if it was rough for me, I can imagine the average person struggling. I'm not even in the US for 2024. I'm traveling. I'm having a great time. But I can see the numbers of the assets that we manage. 2024 was not the best year. It wasn't like 2017. It wasn't like 2016. It wasn't like 2019. Everything that you put up in the economy was doing well. Not like that in 2024. Not like that. It means you have to be more creative. You have to have a little bit more gut, a little bit more courage. And so then, if I can tell you that it was rough, I can't imagine like people complaining about the price of eggs. I've never complained about the price of eggs once. I don't give a damn what the price of eggs are. So if I know that people are doing that, oh, they're having a bad time. I know that. I know that. I think my food is on its way. I'm not sure. I think so. Nope, that's not my food. You understand what I'm saying though? It's not it's not as easy as people think it is. And what so here's the thing. Here's actually how you can become a millionaire before you die. This is the easiest and simplest way. If you put $500 a month, just $500 a month into the S&P 500 or $150 a week. If you put $500 a month into the S&P 500 into a Roth IRA and just wait 40 years, you're going to be a millionaire. That's guaranteed, near guaranteed. How do we know this? Because for the last 40 years, the S&P 500 has given us at least 10%. Now, if you invest into VONG or VOOG or VTX, all of these are doing above 13, 14% per year. VONG, for example, did 18% in the last year. While the S&P 500 is doing 10%, VONG, look this up and write this down. VONG is doing 18% a year, above 15% every single year for the last 5 to 10 years. VONG. If you bought that alone and just put $500 into that and wait 2, 3, 4 decades, wait at least 3 decades, you're going to be at or above six, near or above seven figures. That's the easiest way for you to become a millionaire. It's just that most people don't want to wait 30, 40 years. But if you have that on autopilot and you know that $500 is going into the S&P 500, into VONG every month, automated, so that's like a bill for you, and you just wait 40 years, so you know that you're going to guarantee retired a millionaire at 65, then you're starting to do something else. Let me start a side hustle. Let me start a business. Let me see if I can get there at 55. I know my children are going to be born millionaires. I know that. So then let me see if I can do it at 55. Let me see if I can do it at 45. No. So I start looking into side hustles. I start looking into real estate. Let me see if I can do this by the time I'm 35. Now I'm looking into an online business. Let me look into Airbnb. Let me look into Amazon FBA. Let me look into YouTube. Let me see if I can do this by the time I'm 35. Now I'm starting to get more creative. You understand what I'm saying? But guaranteed, I know that by the time I'm 50, I'm looking at retirement. By the time I'm 60, I have my nest egg. It's good. I've been doing $500 a month for the past 30, 40 years. And it's compounding at 18%. I know I'm rich. Let me see if I can do it in less time. You see how this works? I'm going to save this. You see how this works? I'm waiting on my food, by the way. As Bitcoin hits above 100K, this is what's going through my mind. I'm back in investment mode because I don't want people to miss out on the opportunities right now. If you are in here right now and you appreciate what's going on, I appreciate you leaving a like or a comment. because once that happens, then it leaves engagement. Don't just be silent. Don't just get the information. Actually support me in this type of way. It's free. So just leave a like or leave a comment or just say, hey, that's fine. That goes a long way. And it pushes the algorithm to get more people in here, right? So that's obviously what we're doing. We're trying to grow the channel. Don't just take the free information and run with it. I appreciate that person that just like, what's up, what's up? Who is this? Oh, oh shit. Oh man, my bad. I didn't mean to curse. I know you, dude. What's up? What's happening? Didn't know we had an OG in the building. What's happening, dude? Do you appreciate the Bitcoin talk I've been giving you, the game? I know that not all the time we come out here and talk about investments, but sometimes, you got to show that I've actually done this in real life, right? Because other people can't come out and talk about investing in business that the way I can because they're in their mom's basement still. But you know who I am. But every now and then, I actually have to come out and say, this is what it is, and I have to get into that mode. A food just got here. Let me see. What's happening, my dude? I've heard good things about this panini. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. No, this is perfect. Thank you. Do you have any pepper? Thank you. My food is there. I appreciate the tape, man. I hope you reach all your goals. I appreciate you very much for tuning in, dude. I'm gonna end this live soon because I don't want to be eating on camera. You know how that is. I don't want to eat on camera like that. But I am going to devour his lunch. I hope the advice that I gave, or not advice necessarily, but I hope the talk that I gave does inspire you to make some money. Because right now, I'm telling you, what's about to happen in the market, in the crypto market and the stock market, it's actually going to be phenomenal. And I hope you don't miss it. So, with that said, I'll come back another day. It will be less serious. I promise we can talk about drip or Shannon Sharp or something else. But I had to come on and give you this information. So, peace out, guys. I hope you guys make a lot of money and get as rich as possible. All right. Peace out.